Tom's just subscribed for 16 months. 16 months, woo woo.
We have traveled the stars. We have traveled through time. We came across one unmistakable truth. The future is wrestling. We have brought the best wrestlers from across time and space to compete for honor and glory. This is Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation, what the universe is watching.
Welcome to Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation Titans Edition. Today is Monday, November the 8th, 2021. I'm Carrie Banks. This is Stone next to me.
What up?
We're having some issues.
Yep. Alright. I think we're okay.
Zorts the Goblin cheered for 100 bits. I got a burrito. Life is good. Mr. 38 Bkmusi TK Derp Voodoo 16 Rock on Stone 2 sorry.
Adams, again, thank you very much for the resub, dude. I appreciate it.
Hi, Adams. Hi, Manny.
Annie, hello.
Hi, Scurvy Dog.
Dog, hello.
Hi, Dave.
Hello. Deaf account should be open. Caponis,
Hi,
thank you for the
Caponis.
host. Dante, good
Hi,
evening.
Dante.
Frozen Queen, good evening.
Hi, Frozen Queen.
Carrie, hello.
Hi.
Wertz, hello.
Hi, Zorts.
Adams, good evening.
I
Good
would
evening
like
to
a
him.
burrito as well.
LB, hello, hello.
Hi, LB. What are you saying? What are you replying to?
Hey, Melizzy, what's going on?
Hi, Melizzy.
I don't know if I have...
Any announcements?
Nope.
Okay. I would like barbecue ribs too. But not the McRibs.
You know, that's good. That BlizzCon Blue is real good. But you know what's even better? Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation. There is nowhere else on Twitch that you can catch your girlfriend's favorite wrestler, the Swinger. See you there, babes.
I need you to sit down, shut up, and strap in. Well, actually, don't shut up because we like it when you talk and chat, you know? But this is Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation.
A man may befriend a wolf. A man might even break a wolf. But no man will ever tame a wolf. My legions of butchers waiting in the forest of Asgard. I'm here to tell you that no man in all of Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation will ever tame this wolf.
I unmuted myself too early. Of it.
Like a finely made timepiece, the galaxy is a well-oiled machine. And atop it all sits the cosmic traveler, the king of the cosmos. So it makes total sense that I've come to Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation, cause I ain't been known to slum it around any old part of the galaxy. But I'll tell you what, brother, what the universe is watching is the own dog. And for the rest of ya, in the locker room, in the back, just remember that you might try to reach the pinnacle, but atop it all sits the cosmic traveler. And before it's all said and done, you will know exactly why I own Dog.
I'm the Baker. And I'm Maddie Hunter. And together, we're Sugar and Spice. You can't deny our flavor.
You better believe it.
We'll see you in the ring at Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation, where the universe is watching. Bah!
Okay. First match. Queen Alex Samuels taking on Kay.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Edinburgh, Scotland, Alex Samuels.
She is Queen Alex Samuels, 27-19-0, 1-1 against Kay in previous meetings. By Akari Mag, aka Handsome Chris, co-host of the Coast to Coast Expanded Universe podcast. Give him a follow, and you will see how handsome he is. Because that's the only reason why you would ever follow him, not because he's really skilled at anything, or, you know, in Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft and carrying me and all that stuff. But no. You need to give him a follow because he's good looking. Bam. Right? Alright. Kay. Oh, they're no longer any tag team champions, but Kay is bouncing around there. She is 28-24-1. She is coming down to the ring with her tag team partner Allure and her manager Brum James. Kay is owned by Nick No Handles, aka Brummy. Give him a follow. He's restarting his 2K19 fed. And
it's going to be turn-up wrestling.
Apparently it's going to be turn-up wrestling instead of turn-up wrestling. Okay. Yep.
Talking to the teacher.
Zorts,
Zorts.
have you how does it feel, or have you adjusted so far, or are you still in your being awake at night? Because that's what you've been doing for like at least the last year or so.
So you're trying to be like part of the normal waking hours like us.
Well, what's normal, right?
Well, not being up late at night when everyone else is sleeping.
Sleeping 3 weird 3-hour blocks.
Are you a cat now? Taking naps all over the place?
Get you some melatonin. That was such a babyface title change. I legitimate popped watching the VOD. I'm sorry. Wait, so you popped and you made a mess all over the place?
Oh. Scary dog.
Pop your Pringles top? Well, that's what.
What else do you pop?
And once you pop, you can't stop, right? No?
Or you can pop those bubble wrap.
Yeah. I will say that I would not be the person to ask about what normal is. That's just another clue to tell us that you are actually a superhero, you know?
What? Manny's a superhero? Well, that would explain why Superman wears Marshall Magnum.
That's
For
right.
jammies.
That's right. Huh? Sure. Help from Daddy. Not that one. Wrestling pop, like in Cheap Pop. No idea.
What are you talking about? Is it a phrase that you're talking about?
It's gotta be a phrase. Oh, here we go with K-Lock. Gotta be a phrase. I don't know. I'm still gonna refer to it as popping his Pringles top instead of popping something else. You know, I mean, it's
it could
better,
be something gross.
You know, better to pop your Pringles top than pop a cap in someone's ass.
No,
right?
I wasn't thinking of that one.
I mean, that's another thing that you could pop, right? Pop the cap in that guy's ass. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pop in wrestling, like a huge baby face reaction, like when Austin would surprise McMahon. Pop is a well-known term. I don't know. Stone, the wrestling E-Fed guy who doesn't know wrestling terminology. This is not a...
We're not pro.
This is not an E-Fed that you come to learn about wrestling.
Yeah, we don't have background on the history of wrestling or anything like that. Not like you, Zords. And Caponis.
Alex Samuels is your winner. Won me some pebbles. Thank you very much, handsome Chris.
Yeah, I don't think that I've seen a lot of pop moments in the wrestling that I've seen.
That burrito hit the spot.
Hi, Rosa.
Welcome
Your
back,
phone
Rosa.
is crazy. What do you mean?
Okay. Someone just puts on a good show. The terminology is not included. Today, 8th.
Yes, today is the 8th.
53 days to go.
And then let all the insults begin.
And then I'm just going to be like, nope to everything. Nope. I might start to time people out. Like when Foley won the title and the roof literally comes off the building. I actually don't remember him winning the championship. I do kind of remember he had a title and it looked like it was all messed up, but that was the hardcore title back in the day, I guess.
So is it kind of like when Drew McIntyre won the big belt for the first time?
For me, there was no crowd.
Oh, that's right.
There was no crowd.
There was no pop in person.
For me, that pop would have been Macho Man winning the title at WrestleMania 4. That was my... Oh my god, I lost my mind. Fantastic. Okay, we got a tag team match. Think Tank taking on Sugar Spice. Betting is open. No, I know what you mean. It's just I'm playing a little dumb.
A little.
Just cause. Here's the teacher owned by Alejandras and her tag team partner Velvet Dove owned by Big Bad Bobby D.
I'm smarter than you, and you haven't even figured it out yet.
That was a good volume.
Yay!
They are
Don't
the
have to
Think
fix
Tank, 2-5-1, first time ever taken on Sugar and Spice.
Ooh.
Well, thank you.
We can watch that pop later.
I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So
Yes, we have.
Don't spoil anything, please.
We're still in season 1.
They're in season 1. I'm just starting season 2. What a fantastic
We've
series,
only watched like
man.
4 episodes in season
Oh
1
my
so
God.
far.
It's so funny.
How could the main guy be so like stone-faced?
Andre Braugher.
The chief.
He is just amazing.
He's so funny because he's so stoic.
Here is Maddie Hunter with the horns, owned by Maddie Hunter 777, and her tag team partner, the women's champion, the Baker, owned by Carrie Bakes, last playing Duolingo.
I was.
They're Sugar and Spice, 50 wins, 34 losses. They have been
Wow, we're
around.
going to come up to 100 matches.
Yep. Yep. I don't want to reset records. That's why I don't do seasons or anything like that. Just
Why would you reset it?
well, okay.
That's such a pain in the butt.
Well,
just make it like a tally.
Some feds, and this works for them, so I'm not poo-pooing it. This works for them.
Okay.
They run in seasons where they say, this is your wrestler, and you can add new wrestlers, you can do a change here, and there, but if you want to do a big change, you can't do it. This is your wrestler from day 1 to day 365. On day 366, the season is over, and if you want to make any big changes, now we're going to start season 2. So now everyone's made their changes, and now we go. So it's like everyone does their trade, in sports, everyone does their trades or trade deadline, and blah, 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 blah. So, and that's fine. And typically what you would do in federations like that is that you would reset the wins and losses, because what we do doesn't really reflect changes that you guys would have made. It's just a record of everything. It doesn't say, hey, you know what, you guys sucked in season 1, but in season 2 you guys were amazing. It doesn't reflect that. It's just the whole thing, right?
Yep.
For me, I want to run my fed like it's a real wrestling federation where we just go by days, and there goes Jeffy, and we have our matches and we move on to our next thing, right? I don't want to have that pause. The only time that I think we're going to really have that pause, a planned pause, I think, is when 2K22 comes out, because I would imagine we're going to go that route, but we'll see, right? Wow. I am so hot. I already took a tile.
Are you coming down with something?
I don't know. Where would I have gotten it?
No, it's just
from?
the weather changing. Like today was okay.
I'm going through the change again, apparently.
Yeah. Your menopause.
Yeah, I'm going through menopause, and I'm allowed to say it because Carrie said it first.
He's like jumping on you.
Thanks, Adams. Did you get it from Kevin? Did Kevin get sick? I hope Kevin doesn't have like the leg. LB, I noticed that they streamed later than I thought that they would have. Is that because Kevin's West Coast now? So did they adjust the regular start time? Alright, Zorts.
Let's heist. Get some pebbles.
I didn't turn on that other bot thing. I think for now I'm just going to leave it.
Okay.
And we'll just pay for a sub. It's like $7.90 after tax.
Oh, Dave got some pebbles.
I was just Gav and Kevin this week, so they started late. Oh, okay. For folks that are crewing pebbles, we have a couple new things that you guys can spend your pebbles on. You can see them down below, especially if you have like 1,000,000 pebbles. This is not like new, like I added it now, but some people may not have noticed. So I'm just saying.
What are the new things? Because if you're on your phone, you can't see it.
Hey, Cal Gates, what's going on? How are you?
Hi, Cal Gates.
Dazul, thank you for the host.
Hi, Dazul.
Ah, Manny. Oh, Jeffy's down again.
Again?
Yep.
Already?
How was work, man? So did Baker actually try and do something, or was it? So is it clip?
Was it Baker again?
Does Dazul thank you for the host? Or was it like a breaking? Oh, she straight up suplex.
Oh, okay. Now I have to look at it.
Sounds like it's clip worthy. Wow. Well, Baker pins teacher. Let me see how far back we can go. Did I get it? Yeah. Okay. Is it like when Baker tried that the first time, like way back in the day? Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Exact same thing.
Except a different angle, I guess.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's
it's
a
like
good one.
she meant to do it to Velvet Assassin, but Jeffy was in the way. That's
Baker
funny.
Straight up suplexes Jeffy.
Here are your winners, Maddie, Hunter, and Baker.
Baker got a suplex in on Jeffy, and also got the pin.
But would he have counted the pin attempt though?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, did Baker actually ruin Maddie Hunter's pin?
Holy crap!
Someone.
Masters Gaming, how are you
Masters
doing, man?
Gaming _ rated my stream with 7
Source also
views.
redeemed the title shot.
And there's a title shot too.
And Dave. And
Masters
Scurvy
Game-
Dog. What?
Oh, shoot.
Wait, no.
Hold
No,
on.
wait a
No,
minute.
no,
It's
no.
just Zords.
Is Zords redeemed a title shot?
Yeah, I'm confusing it with the
Masters
heist.
Gaming, how are you doing? Kyle? Oh, wait, hold on. Dude, I am having a day, okay?
Hi, Kyle.
Kyle's here!
Are you awake now?
No. Dude, thank you very, very much, man, for the raid. I appreciate it. Let me do payouts so I don't forget, because then everyone will kill me, which would not be good. Well, it depends on who you talk to, but, you know. Onward and upward. For folks that don't know Kyle is Masters Gaming _ at the end. He is the owner of World of Wrestling. Oh.
What?
Huh? Wow. Now, again, that is World of Wrestling. Wow. And just in case you didn't get it the first time or second time, the World of Wrestling. Wow. There you go. Dude, thank you very much, man. How are you doing, mister? I was actually lurking your stream and I was having problems going live, so I just shut everything down.
You made him die.
Oh, sorry, man.
Now we're talking to Ghost Kyle.
There's a joke in there somewhere, maybe, but I don't know. No, I'm not sure. What the hell? Okay, so Zortz did a title shot. What did Zortz want here?
I don't know if he actually said.
I think he did. Allure versus Baker for the big belt. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Women, SGWF, Zortz, Allure versus Baker. That will be at the end of the show. I have recorded it. If anyone wants to cash in title shots to augment that, you can. For folks that are new here that don't know us, we're married.
In real life.
Lucky for me, not so much for her.
I'm stuck.
That's just how life is, right? In real life, we are married. This is not just a thing. Look, I have my ring here.
And I don't.
She doesn't have her ring. Yeah. Because our fingers have grown so fat that...
It does not fit.
Well, it would kind of fit.
If you put it on a different finger, maybe.
Well, it'll fit on my
pinky finger.
But it's loose. It's really loose, right? We do a wrestling show on Saturday morning and Saturday night, 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern, respectively. Respectively? I don't know. Sunday morning at 10 a.m., Monday night at 7 p.m., and Tuesday night at 7 p.m. as well. So we do it 5 times in 4 days. That's a lot of doing it.
That's over 100%.
125% doing it 5 times in 4 days. I do a variety stream on Friday nights, but sometimes we have a main event. Actually, this Friday we will have a main event, and it's a community challenge that everybody pitched in, and we made it, and we give away title shots and all this and that. And we talk a lot about food
and about life.
We tend to not commentate on the matches.
Not really.
So we're not like super serious, Now, holy shnikes, you've been awake for 39 hours?
Hey, Murphy.
Now, Masters Gaming, Kyle, he actually commentates on matches. Cregan, what's up, man? I explain everything before I rave. Yeah, because you're like, okay, guys.
They're not serious, okay?
Folks. All right, folks.
Just lower your expectations.
Lowered expectations. Get the hell out of my head. I was going to say that first.
No, you weren't.
I was. And then you said it, and I'm like, I'm doing it anyways.
I'm too fast for you.
I'm doing it anyways. It's how we do. How we do. I appreciate the words there, Kyle. Yeah, we like talking about food. I talk about booze, but or drinking, and it doesn't matter if you drink or not.
I don't drink.
You can drink water with us. You can drink soda, pop. Fine. One day we will go on a Timmy's run. I mean, I would have to get my bulletproof vest on first before I can travel through Toronto, because I don't want to get killed.
No, we don't have to go to Toronto.
We have to go through it.
We can go around
to get to him. We gotta go through it.
Oh man, just go to Niagara Falls.
Or we can go up and around, and then it'll take like 5 times the amount of time. But I guess we would be alive.
Yeah, so it's worth it. Just go fast is what Cregan suggests.
just go fast. All right, kids, duck.
Let's go 120. Is that the fastest the car can go? We've never tried it.
You don't want to know how fast I've gone.
What?
I'm not gonna say. Okay, gotta work. I'm a boot to drive home. You drive safe, sir. Mr.
Yes.
Mr. Quacksworth. Here we go. We got.
Wait a minute. I thought you're home from work.
No, he never said he was home. He said he was done. Right, we have our men's universal number one contender quarterfinal D. Get down to ringside.
Not 170 or 180 kilometers. That's so fast.
You will get your car pounded.
Don't do that over here when the limit is like 100 or 120. You'll be on the news.
Yep. True.
Making his way to the ring.
Thomas the Tank and Blitzkrieg are both of the Goons, the men's tag team champions. Only Thomas the Tank is wrestling today. He's in the red and white. He's 8-5-0 in singles matches, 0-1 against Marshall Magnum. Is owned by Goals DC Glatt, the deputy commissioner of Goals, which is a sim league where we all own a hockey player. And Carrie gets really sad and puts me out in the shed because she can't score on me because I'm a goalie. She scored on me once, one time. One.
Oh my goodness. Some person did 155 in the 50 zone.
Bye-bye.
Obvious street racing.
That is bad news. Here is his opponent. The winner of this match, do we have her? Yep, the winner of this match is going to be taking on Cowboy Kurt Cunningham in the semifinals next week sometime. Not sure what day yet, but we'll get there.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 276 pounds, the man of 1,000 holds, Marvelous Marshall Magnum.
There is Marvelous Marshall Magnum, aka Triple M. Is 18-17-0. Again, won the only match, the only meeting between himself and Thomas. He is owned by True Villain Manny. Last playing, how many bad puns can I make before Stone loses his crap?
One.
How many compliments do I need to give before he starts counting down the days until the end of the year?
I thought it was just one.
One is a lonely number, but it could also be correct.
You'll have to look back in chat and see.
Anyways, he is last playing Dead by Daylight. What the hell? Wait, you play other games besides World of Warcraft?
Yeah, he plays Among Us too.
I thought you do a World of Warcraft podcast. I didn't think you were allowed to play other games.
Oh, there are rules?
Well,
Warcraft only? Or get out of here?
I really hope that the Twitter folks haven't found out about this, Mandy, because you could lose your cred card. Possible.
And then that's when you join Alliance.
Yeah, maybe we should tell everyone. Oh, he didn't play World of Warcraft. Yeah. And then everyone's like, Manny, pitchforks and torches.
Outside
and
his
then
house?
he's like, screw this. Alliance. They will never find me here. But little do they know that we know where you will be. Yeah. Wow. 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 I really do need to. I think you can go click. There, champs. Go to champs and click on the link. And, that's the old link too. Son of a gun.
Oh, you have to fix that?
Yeah, because it's supposed to go to this page. Fix that right now. I will fix that right meow. Where is it? Come on. Kyle, if you're still here, how was your stream, man? Was it good? Nope, not the card. What the hell am I doing? Champs. So. Bam. Bam. Champos. There we go. Oop. Maverick, thank you for the host. I appreciate it.
Hi, Maverick.
That worked. Shout out the the numbers. With the numbers, just need Stone to go on a month vacation.
So you can stretch out your reign.
Oh. Well,
or maybe for people not to like challenge your titles. That's
part of the thing why I don't necessarily want to take like a longer break and why I try to avoid having long breaks, right? We've had 2 long breaks. Well, long. We've had a week break when I had to deal with my mom's stuff. Then I had another break in August, I think.
What did you do with your dad's
When
stuff?
I had to deal with my dad's stuff.
Yep.
So I try to keep it to a minimum, if possible. Uh-oh. Hey, Will Stav, what's going on? How are you?
Hi, Will.
Can you keep your father in line, please? Thank you. Yeah. It could be cider time, I think.
I was about to say, do you want to get your liver taken out?
I'm not in the mood for rum or anything hard. No. Ooh.
Wow.
Just got the shoulder up.
That was a soft shoulder.
Got the shoulder up. Malort would be too hard. Dude, you need to get off this Malort kick. Like, I understand that you're all excited about the swinger loves his Malort. That's cool, man, but sweet Jesus.
Go big or go home.
Not today. Not
He's already
today.
home.
I am home. I haven't left home in a while.
Wait, when was the last time we went outside? When we went to the bank? Or was that... Did you go out again after that?
Nope.
No? I've only been the one going out.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Wait, did you go to like the store?
The next day, but the stuff I sent her was good.
I thought you went to the store or something. For some reason.
Me?
Yeah. I don't know.
Might have picked up my mom. I think maybe that's the last time.
Or did you pick up like an item?
I picked her up the day before.
No.
I'm
thinking of the nest. That was before.
That was before as well. Yeah, I'm getting cramps, eh? I'm getting cramps in the sides.
Bust it open.
You know, 105 days only defending twice. That's once every 50. Ours is 6 times defending in 80 days. It's basically 13.5. Well, so they won it, and then a month went by. They defended it. Then another month went by, did another defense, and then another month went by, and that's when they lost it. So it's like almost like 4 months them having it, almost.
But that's because not a lot of people were
But
cashing
not
title
a lot
shots,
of
right?
people were cashing in title shots, yep.
And it was harder to
Yep.
earn pebbles then as well. Because you didn't have heists.
There were no heists.
You didn't have
and
slots.
There was no jackpot either
Yes.
for them to reclaim stuff that was lost.
So people are just earning pebbles based on bets
Yeah.
and the wrestlers winning. That's it? Is
Yeah.
there still time too? Time in chat?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
time in chat has always been there. Always, always, always. One sec. It's something cold.
Ice cold.
Not nearly as many people cashing tire shots back then. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
also, like, you were just starting out.
Thank you.
You didn't have as many viewers, right?
Correct. 5% alcohol. It
5%.
is Honeycrisp Apple Growers Cider Company.
He's gonna be either laughy or tired. We'll see.
The dynamic has changed. LB was saying pretty much just me. LB would cash in shots, yeah. I think a lot of it too, LB, was that I don't know if people felt comfortable to do it. Because
Why?
a lot of the folks that we had were not really sure about wrestling. You know, we're not pro,
Yeah.
right? You know, and I think that added to it.
I remember LB did cash in a lot for like other people.
Yes, he did. Stony to
Yeah, he's too modest. He's gonna count down the days now. Well,
Okay.
today is the 8th.
Does anybody else drink cider? And if not, that's okay. But I just need all the records before Stone is a 2-time Cup champion. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I hope so. Did you realize that sound redemptions in the Twitch app require bits? Pebbles can only be used if you know the shortcuts. Correct, Dave. So I intentionally put the sound alerts in the sound alert app to only be bits in case people wanted to contribute that way, but I wanted to keep the Pebble commands for people that couldn't afford to do that. So again, I want to give people options, right? If people wanted to do it, then they can. And I haven't really made a big deal about it because I didn't want to really make a big thing about it, but it's there. Dave says hard cider, okay, and Murphy's go-to is vodka.
Wow, straight up vodka.
Discovered
Not
this
mixed.
info through Toasty? Okay. Not through Allie? I gave many title shots in my quest to get Madison to randomly cash in
Yep,
money.
and she never did.
Yeah. And we discovered that bug.
Yep.
Stupid bug. Alright, so Thomas the Tank. Move on to the semifinals against Cowboy Crew. Is Thomas the Tank? I did that. Okay. Oh man. It's fine. I never realized it, but Willie was trying to submit and didn't have the bits required. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, you can. So the commands are actually below our chat.
If you're on your computer.
You all of the commands. Yeah, if you're on your computer.
Because I could never see any info if I'm on my phone and looking at a stream.
I am boiling. You drink cider too. Nice, nice. What's your favorite kind? Like, do you have a particular kind that you like? Depends on the night if it's neat or with OJ. I don't think I've ever had vodka straight up.
What, you don't like the taste?
I think the only stuff I've really drank straight up is the rum.
What's in the mimosa?
And some scotch. Mimosa, isn't that orange juice?
Orange juice with what? Is it with vodka?
Isn't that like a screwdriver?
No,
Dude,
those are two
not
different
listed
things.
on a phone. Yeah, it won't be on the phone at all. It's champagne. Oh, that's right. It's orange juice and champagne.
Then what's a screwdriver?
It's orange juice with vodka. Something. not champagne. Lost part of a hand thanks to vodka. Screwdriver is OJ and vodka.
Okay.
Ah. This is my go-to. Oh, nope. Liz Con Blue. I like this. It's sweet.
Is it fizzy? A little bit?
Mine? I mean, I guess so.
I guess from the Sprite.
Yeah, just from the Sprite, but it is also known as an AMF. That is what it is. Yep.
Scurvy Dog
It's
did
Scurvy
the
Dog's
PG
trying to
version.
be, but like I said, our chat is, try to keep the audio and video relatively clean if possible. The chat, you can do whatever. Just don't be racist or be a jackass or be a dick. So, second hour wood shop after first hour speech class Christmas party. That's not good. So that's for cider though. My go-to drink is Captain Morgan and Sprite. Okay. Allie.
So a rum and
Allie,
Sprite, not rum and Coke.
Got me on this stuff, and it is amazing. It's so smooth.
They don't
40%.
They don't bring it here to Canada anymore.
Yeah, apparently it's not a Canadian thing now.
I wonder if you could order online.
Limited time thing, and we bought a bunch of it we bought I think 4 bottles where we could, and we gave one to Manny because he didn't have any, right? He couldn't find any by his place. So just to make sure that at least he has some, because he needed one for, what was it, for a podcast? Tears Fall? No, not Tears Fall. What the hell is it called? Yeah, Tears Fall. No. Tears Fall Beers?
At the Beers Fall?
Beers Fall. That's it. See, there it is. Is it Friday yet? I really hope so.
No, we're just at the beginning of the week.
I feel you, buddy. It's only Monday, man, and I can't wait for Friday.
Although my Friday will be tomorrow, because I'm gonna be off work from Wednesday to Friday.
Council of Beers Fall. Thank you. Okay, we got a triple threat match, one fall to a finish. Let's get down.
Today's your Friday, Cregan.
GG, Cregan.
So you can have your Captain and Sprite.
Have it right now.
You know, I like Malibu with orange juice.
Making his way to the ring from Asgard.
Because it doesn't really taste that alcohol-y.
So,
Tuesday night we're gonna get her good and drunk on stream.
Nah.
Right?
Just because I like it doesn't mean I'm gonna drink it on stream.
There's Sir Garrick 6-6-4 in triple threats. Has faced Junkyard Dog before and lost once. Never before taken on Blood Rage. She's owned by Sir Garrick 45. Last playing Call of Duty Warzone. Also,
alcohol-y.
Last playing
new word.
Chase the Baby. Or Find the Baby. Change the baby's diapers. Forever and ever. Amen. Buddy. Murphy. Oh, actually, hold on. Here's Junkyard Dog 6-3-5 in triple threats. He's owned by Dave the Hunter, aka Hillbilly Jim, aka Eli. Give him a follow. He will eventually stream again World of Warcraft. There's a cage match, Murphy.
Yeah, you're in
Blob
it.
is in it. So there's this match, 2 more, then we're gonna have a break, and then it's the next match coming out of our break. Okay.
But you don't have to stay up for it.
So
Because your time
why
zone.
are you up for 39 hours? Was it like you got stuff to, do, or was it just
Can't sleep?
Can't sleep? Because I can understand both. Here is Blood Rage 6, 4, and 4 in Triple Threats. Well, they all
they have some cred.
They're all pretty decent, eh?
It makes choosing very hard.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna bet for Blood Rage. He is owned by son number 1.
Ah, you're in pain.
Ooh. Because of anything specifically? Like, did you, get in a crash or something? Or fall?
Or you just pulled it. Because that happens
that's
too. You wake
possible,
up
too.
and then your back is like, oh, crap. There's another heist. Join the heist.
And are you going to the doctor to see if they can give you anything for it, at least for the short term? Because that's going to be, God, since Thursday. It's a good 5 days. Slip disc. You sneezed and it popped. Yes. Yeah. And having to use a spare broom handle as a walking stick. Damn. I mean, if you lived over here, I'd send you my cane. But, I think I should have an extra cane, no? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't.
I think you gave it to your mom.
Wasn't
it her cane?
I think it was her cane. I was going to take it. Damn. No, but yeah,
Hi,
I totally understand. Rusty, how are you? Good evening. Dude, I'm sorry, man. Doctors changed your meds from Codamol to codeine. Ruh-roh.
That sounds stronger.
That will codeine, yeah. Codeine will
And
get
addictive.
you hooked onto it too. Just be careful with it, dude. I know you're in a lot of pain, but yeah. And don't mix that stuff. Don't make me be like your dad and tell you, don't do that, Murphy. Oof. I don't have a slip disc, but I remember being I'm sitting down and I turn a certain way and the muscles all along the spine just seized up, and it's oh my God, it hurts so bad. And it hurt for a good 2 or 3 days. Just for nothing. Just for sitting here doing nothing. So a sneeze. Yep. Well, especially a sneeze, because your muscles are all boom. Sure. Oh, big power slam by the Junkyard Dog. Sergio's going to break that up. Yep. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Dude, I hope it gets better fast. What would you have to do for a slip disc? Do you have to go to a chiropractor? Or do you...
Well, first go to your family doctor if you could.
Well, he got the good drugs, right? So he's done that already.
Yeah,
Can't afford a
chiropractors
chiro?
are
Gotcha.
expensive.
I totally understand. Yep.
You would have to go for the next best, which is physio.
Yeah, but it depends if his job will cover, like, offers that as coverage, right?
Well,
like ours will cover a certain amount, but it ain't a lot. It's like 4 sessions, 5 at the most. It depends on how much they charge you, right?
Yeah. Well,
but at least that's 5 more than 0.
For insurance purposes, here in Ontario, we can pay a maximum of $112.81 per hour for a chiropractor and $99.75 for a physiotherapist, and massage $58.19. So those are like the prices that we're allowed to pay for all insurance companies.
But it wasn't a big one.
Oh, it's a little one as well.
It's so small.
No, it's a little bit bigger than yesterday.
You're unemployed, so you don't have to worry about work. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't work either. Carrie wears our pants.
I do.
I am not wearing any pants right now.
I am wearing pants right now. They're more leggings, though.
Chiros are very pricey over here, as they're all private and run on National Health Service, NHS, right?
Well, that sounds similar to like optometrists. Like they're not covered by healthcare as well.
$50 an hour? Wow. When I went to that girl,
for a chiropractor, that is very cheap.
That is very cheap.
Wait, are they a real chiropractor?
Wait, is it
though?
50 pounds, right? It's 50 pounds or 50 euro?
Oh, then that's gonna be double.
It's gonna be double, right?
So it's like $100 an hour to us.
Because I think for us it's 50 pounds. Okay, so it's gonna be about double.
Okay.
Yeah,
so similar to the rates that I just quoted.
Yeah. Before they knew what was wrong with me, I went to one to have her work on my back and push muscles.
She was a chiropractor?
Yep.
I thought she was a physiotherapist.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Chiro. And she stuck her hand in my mouth.
Oh, that one.
She did use a glove, but she stuck her hand in my mouth to see if something in my mouth would help. That didn't work, but that was like $90 an hour. So it was about the same. Yeah. But the only reason you watch me is my looks and not my content. Listen, handsome Chris.
Hello.
I told people that they should follow
He's so
you
shallow.
for more than just your looks. If you watch the whole clip, don't just take it based on what other people said. Go back and watch it. You'll see. And you will hear. LB, don't get me in trouble. Wow, Dazul has got 1 million pebbles. Dazul, are you going to cash in for GM? LB's got his big spoon and string. Uh-huh.
He's stirring.
Uh-huh. Oh, stirring, not string.
Yeah.
I thought you had a spoon and
with
the
strings,
and then he's like a puppet master.
Oh yeah, those marionettes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But just with a spoon. I don't know why.
With 2 spoons.
Damn it, Elby. Dang old poop, man. Oh, well. Blood Rage. Nope. Junkyard Dog kicks out.
It's choke slam time.
Handsome Chris, how are you doing, man?
Okay, he's trying again.
Well, there we go. Blood Rage puts away Junkyard Dog. Blood Rage, Junkyard Dog.
Sun number 2 is after 8.
I would love some after 8s. We already have a lot of chocolate.
We still have Halloween candy. We have 1 box left. Out of, I don't know how many boxes I bought. I bought a lot of candy this year. And it's to make up for not trick-or-treating in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The good thing about buying your own candy, you don't have to inspect them at all. What's happening, Twin Screw?
Here is your winner, the Reaper.
Well, Dazu, I don't expect you to go trick-or-treating. Hi, Radical Foil.
Twin Screw, how are you, man? Radical Foil, how are you? Good evening to both of you. I hope you're both doing well.
Is this a rematch?
This is... our next match is between Lilith Knight and Lilith Adams. This is a one-on-one Extreme Rules Falls Count Anywhere match, because last time they were meant to have a match, they actually got into it in our back rooms.
That's right, they went backstage.
So we've actually got the guards keeping them separate so that they could force them to come out to our ring, and then from there they can go wherever the hell they want and beat the crap out of each other. Down to ringside. I'm Lilith. No, I'm Lilith. We could be
so,
we both could be
but
both.
technically they could go all the way to the back again.
Making her way
In
to
theory,
the ring.
yes. It's not gonna happen.
Who did that yesterday?
They controlled it to make it go back.
No, somebody, I think... No, there were 2 wrestlers yesterday, or the day before that did that.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I think it was Blood Ring.
Here is Lilith Knight 14-13-0, 1-1 against Lilith Adams. Lilith Adams did kick the crap out of her last week. She is owned by Voodoo Ush.
The principal.
Inspiration for our E-Fed. I was just messed up. Give him a follow for sure. If you didn't see him, we'd never do this. We would not be doing this right now. Oh please, wrestlers walk that crap off all the time. What? I mean, Lilith Adams beat the living snot out of Lilith Knight. Hey, Vampirico, how's it going?
Hi, Vampirico.
Here is Lilith Adams, 2-0 in singles matches. She is owned by the Maverick. Is the owner and operator of Maverick Wrestling League, I believe. I am having a brain fart. I'm pretty sure that's it, though. Give him a follow. He does run a 2K19 fan. For some reason, I thought I was in your Fed. And I started looking, and I'm like, where's my wrestler? And then I'm like, well, wait a second. He doesn't have videos, so how am I going to watch the matches? And then I realized, nope. And then that's when I realized, you know what? I really need to get a spreadsheet. So I have a spreadsheet. So I can try to keep a little bit more
organized,
on track, and watching the wrestlers when I can. Because you guys know, like when you guys have asked me, right? And I said, well, as long as you guys are okay with me not being there all the time, but I still want to be able to try to be there, right? And or at least go back and watch their fights, right? Dazul, I was going to make your wrestler today. I just not having a good day, man. So I didn't do it. You send them all to YouTube. Okay. That is good to know.
Write that down. So you can go on YouTube
Dazul,
and see
if
them.
I'm feeling good tomorrow, I will do it.
No TV guide.
Copyright reasons? Send them to YouTube for copyright reasons.
Because of music? Maybe?
Yeah.
Or videos. Oh, but
Funny,
then you
I
could
have so many
also get
problems
like claims.
with them on YouTube.
Yeah. So it has to be for music. Hi, Stoner Wolf.
Hey man, what's going on? How are you? How are you, sir? I hope you're doing well. You send your VODs to... So I send them to YouTube myself, but it's more as a backup. And then I have to dispute all the claims of Lita's face video being used, or... It's ridiculous, man. It's like, dude, it's in the game. Every single one that I've disputed, they have released, except for one. And that one, they said no, and I'm like, F you, it's the principle, so I didn't appeal, and I'm waiting on the appeal. Because why would they say it's okay for me to have the Lita eyes in all the other videos, but this one they
with
said
the Lita
no.
eyes.
Get the hell out! I think it's somebody new, you know. So I put in my appeal, and I'm waiting for it. YouTube just demonetizes a video, which I don't qualify for monetization. It is literally meaningless. Yes and no. It's more principle for me, and I have discovered that through Epidemic Sound and talking with their copyright people. Ooh, wow!
What?
Well, Lilith Adams
She's getting
made the
out of
pin
there
and got the hell out of Dodge. Okay.
She didn't want to face Lilith's wrath.
So they said that there's a lot of people claiming their music, their own music, and they've got to claim it before them. They're claiming it falsely to get money. It's crazy. Crazy. Lilith Adams is your winner. Oh, I actually did that.
Did you? You
Apparently.
remembered?
Bet on Lilith Knight. I don't remember that, but okay.
You're on autopilot.
Yeah. Let me catch up here. Doing good. You also keep videos.
Look
in the
at her.
backup
She's so
drive.
mad.
Ah, she is. She's furious. Eh?
Yeah, she's so mad at Jeffy.
Look at her. Ooh, I'm the real Lilith. What's the audio routing app that you use for streaming? Audio? I just still use Voicemeeter for everything. For my streaming, I use XSplit, but sound is Voicemeter for everything. I don't even need to stream. That's just what I use. Yep. My mom tells me I should copyright my own music, but I feel you really don't want to. Technically, when you create it, you have the copyright for it already.
Oh.
Because if somebody else goes and makes your same song,
yeah,
way after, and you can prove that you made it first, you own the rights. You still have to take these guys to court and all that, but you know.
Oh, okay.
Right, edit payouts. No locker to throw me into this time. Oh, jeez. Alright, one more match before the break. It's our Women's Universal #1 Contender Quarterfinal C. Winner will move on to take on the winner of the Teacher and Olive Oil. That match will be tomorrow sometime. Sergeant Rivera is coming in as a rematch clause, so she could possibly get a rematch. So
okay.
She needs to start winning her way up and in. Not an easy road, but at least there's a possible road, I guess.
Is it an Old Town Road?
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Count somebody. I don't know what is up with the count, man. They keep resetting it like, oh, well, we got to redo the brr. Like, what are you talking about? Stop screwing around. Just leave the bot alone.
So I was reading about the Twitch terms of service.
Yep.
and just to be like, okay, what happens
Rosa.
what happens if you play a game that has copyrighted music in it? Well, you could possibly get silence during those portions. So I don't understand how people are streaming like Just Dance on Twitch, knowing that they're going to get strike
of getting knocked offline.
Yeah.
Getting a strike and possibly losing their account. That's why a lot of people stop.
So
some people that still do, but
if you create this, if you sing yourself a cover, that is okay as long as you are creating that yourself.
Correct.
So singing is okay, playing music that for a copyrighted song is okay.
Clips that do it, yes. Yeah. And that's why everyone jumped on it to get rid of them all. However, there are tools that they can go in and say, hey, you are live streaming right now with our music, and they can do they can send in a request to Twitch, and they can take you down really quickly.
Join the heist.
Very easy for them to remove you from being online. Okay, we've got Universal Semifinal Match C. Here we go.
So technically, we can sing songs.
Yeah.
We just can't feed the music that goes with it.
Hey, Maddie, how are you doing?
Hi, Maddie. I forgot to remind you today.
Making her way to the ring.
How was the Force of Asgard?
That's gross. Here's Sergeant Rivera. She's 11-11-1. The first time ever taking on Calypso. She's owned by Rosa Rivera. Cookie 73. Give her a follow. You can also hear her over at her husband's Fed G-Man running the Renegade Wrestling Federation. However, Rosa is trying to change it to be Rosa's Dancing Wrestling Federation, but G-Man doesn't seem to want to do that. Don't know why. Forest of Asgard had less red leaves than we hoped. I thought you meant like Forest of Asgard, like Wolfrick's butt hair or something. And I'm like, oh jeez, Carrie, what the hell?
She was swimming in that too.
You were swimming in Wolfrick's Forests of Asgard? That's disgusting. There is Calypso wearing the brown leather. She is part of Queen Anne's Revenge. Calypso is 26-0. There she is on the left. Oh, what's going on there? She's owned by Kelgate's Collections. Last playing Stone. I don't know why it's doing that to us. Give him a follow. And he will stream once in a while. Rosa's Dancing Wrestling Federation. Let's go. Well, Rosa lost her Universal. But then she won the Canadian. Now she's won the tag team, so I got a bet for Rosa. Sorry, Cal Gates. A bet for Rosa on this one. Plan on getting back into streaming soon. It's something to take my mind off stuff. Gotcha.
You should totally play Stone.
Everyone, no, don't do that.
We want to see you play Stone.
Everyone's got their own reasons for doing streaming. So if it's good for you, do it, you know? Sure. Sure.
How many people did we have in the race?
I don't know. Oh, I didn't make it. What?
Oh, you stepped on a rusty nail.
Never happened before.
At least it wasn't a rusty razor.
Listen, all right, again, we're going to talk about this. Rusty the Razor. The name of the razor is Rusty.
You still don't want to step on Rusty
the way
the
that
Razor.
you're saying it is like is Rusty a razor. Correct. You don't want to step on Rusty the Razor because you're still going to cut yourself. Absolutely.
Wait a minute. Oh no, Scary Dog, he got cereal.
Carrie bought some Captain
Captain Crunch. And you didn't even eat it yet. You ate bagels instead.
I did.
I saw the crumbs.
Sorry. A crumb bum. Not at this time of night.
You
Doing
can have
some other
cereal
cinnamon
anytime
stuff.
that you
Sorry.
want. Doesn't have to be for breakfast only.
Sort of Scrooby Dog.
I think having cereal would be like I guess better than having junk food. But it depends on the cereal.
Marshmallows only from the Pac-Man cereal. So you only get the Pac-Mans and the Ghosts.
What?
That's it.
That's gonna be so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Then you might as well eat like fondant.
No, it's not quite the same. This is true. I'm an advocate for cereal for late night snack. Yeah.
Doesn't have to be a sugary cereal. It could be like corn flakes or...
I used to stay up really late at
what
night.
is?
Right? Like, I used to stay up till like 2 or 3 o'clock, maybe 4. And I'd be sitting on the couch watching TV because I can't freaking sleep. And I'd have a big-ass bowl of cereal. And I start to doze off, and then that's when I knew, all right, bed I go.
Well, milk is supposed to induce sleep, too.
And then Carrie is laying there, and the first thing she does, every time I come to bed, she's like, oh, what time is it? Who cares what time it is? Just go back, just go to sleep.
It's 3 a.m., you're only coming to bed now.
It's not like I'm clomping around and all this
But
and
you
that.
wake me up, so don't wake me up if I'm sleeping.
I'm not clomping around or anything, though. Oh, look, Kings are beating the Leafs 2-0. That's...
Is that new?
And
What?
the Leafs just lost their backup. Peter Mrazek has a groin pull or something like that, and everyone's like, well, we knew he was going to have groin pull, so why did we sign him to this big, long deal? Because it's the Leafs. This is what we do. Looks like Sergeant Rivera is having some back problems. Oh, God, double axe handle to the face.
Who are you talking about the drink? They would
There's
add
a
Lucky
boba
Charms
place that has
in
Lucky
it?
Charms boba. Really? All right, 2K, calm down. Oh, X marks the spot. Oh.
Doesn't look
Night,
good.
Is she gonna pin her? No, nope. She ain't gonna pin her. Okay. Sure. What's up with that? But what's up? Oh, well, Rosa's using her butt.
What's butt with that?
Very nice. Yes, there is a Lucky Charms boba. Okay.
I think next time you get it, if you do buy it, you should take a picture and then post it.
Yeah. Pictures in our Nom Noms channel, please. Oop, backpack stunner! Oh, God. Well, this is why I bet for Rosa's caught, because she's on a roll. However, so Calypso was going on this roll and was kicking the crap out of everybody. And then it seems like she's come back to earth a little bit. It comes to mind that would get me in a lot of trouble. Post it in Discord. Under memes or something.
Under memes? Okay.
I don't know, just as long as it's not racist or, anything like that. Are you sure, Rosa?
Well, there's no tapping over here.
Tapping? Tap, 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 tap. What about tapping like that? Sephiroth,
Hi,
what's going on,
Seth.
man? How are you? Good evening, man. Good evening.
Is
Oh,
your sleeping
This is
schedule
good.
all good now?
Yeah. So I'm guessing you're going back to work tomorrow? I mean, I never sleep enough as it is, but it's back to normal. Okay. Wow. Calypso's beating the snot out of Sergeant Rivera. Sorry. Whoop, 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 whoop. Flipping, flopping, spinning around. Calypso's all over the place. Squeeze! Who was it that showed me the watermelon?
Yeah? What?
Somebody sent me a picture of a woman squeezing a watermelon with her thighs.
And breaking it?
And it's like, woo. Yeah.
It was a video?
No, it was
then?
like a GIF.
Oh. I don't know.
You see if the store is still open? Are you gonna go get some
To
boba
go get the
tea?
boba?
Yeah, get some boba Lucky Charms.
You don't have to. Unless you have a craving for it.
You might have one now, because it's like, oh man, I really want one. And that's gonna be your fault.
Not my fault.
Yep, blame you.
I said the next time you go and get it.
Ooh, well, Calypso will move on into the semifinals.
Boba is life, says Kevin.
But Kevin said it like a robot.
Boba is life.
Fun detected. So.
Fun detected.
Exactly.
Rosa, you made me lose my pebbles.
Yeah, Rosa. What the hell? Rosa's left. She's walked out. And
At least
like,
it wasn't
this.
too tapping.
F this.
Here is your winner, Quick Draw, Callie Lee Psycho.
Rosa. Alright. Can't do it yet. If anybody wants to cash in, listen, Scurvy Dog. That's going to be enough out of you. You guys are already up 2-0. Knock it off. If anyone wants to cash in any title shots or create any matches, you should do so now. We're going to be closing that up. Zortz cashed in a title shot against the women's champ. You can cash in to augment that or cash in for different titles. It's up to you. How many pebbles do I have? Oh man, I'm so close.
You are close.
Close. So close.
If you win at a heist, go over.
One. Slots.
Nope.
Okay.
Why did Scurvy Dog say crap? Did the Leafs score?
Oh, maybe.
They did.
Johnny Toronto scored, eh? Fucking Leafs, man. Peter Mrazek and another groin pull.
I don't understand what you're talking about. You're talking about past things that happened.
Peter Mrazek was a pretty decent goalie, okay? Decent goalie. That doesn't suck. Signed him here as a backup. Okay. And and in his second game, he pulled his groin. We signed him for 3 years, 3-point-something mil a year. And his second game to be a backup. And his second game, he's pulled his groin. But he's been known to have groin pulls before.
Why would they sign
him for so long? Like, for so much money.
Just
like,
do 1 year.
Crazy, man. Such a gamble. Anyways, it's okay. Whatever.
Wait, how long ago was this?
This year. This is his first year. He played 2 games for us, and
this
he's already
year.
got.
I was thinking it was a long time ago.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, it just happened. This is his second.
So is there
game
like
played.
a backup to the backup goalie?
Well, you know, I think they were talking about bringing up Wall or something like that, but I don't know.
Or they can use their arena backup person.
Goalies and groin pulls, they go hand in hand. They just do because of how your legs are stretching, all that stuff, right? It happens all the time. I've tweaked my groin once in a while, but I'm not playing pro, so it doesn't matter, right? So then the next few times I play, I ain't going down doing splits, all right? But it does happen. It's his second game for us, man. I don't blame him at all.
You blame
it's
his
not
groin?
his fault. I don't know what I blame. I just pissed off.
Maybe a requirement for all the goalies is that they have to do the splits.
No, listen, every NHL goalie, I can guarantee you, can do the freaking splits. That's not the issue. It's not the issue. It's just
no warm-ups.
They tweak their groins.
Should there be like heat down there maybe?
All right, I'm gonna close the title shots up. If anyone wants to cash in a title shot, you should do so now. See this hand?
Yeah.
Stone says it's true. Dancers do the same thing. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Manny wants to cash in a title shot. What you gonna do, Manny?
Yeah, Manny.
My legs are sweating.
Thinking about groins?
Apparently.
Are you feeling hot still?
I am hot.
Go drink
Going
more of your growers.
menopause. For sure it's menopause.
Manny's thinking. Who
Who
has internet? Is it Ruckus?
It is. Well, the internet title is going to be defended today. Ruckus is defending it against Eldrin.
Oh.
So do you want to put that title on the line again to have it defended again?
Or do you want to add him to the match right now?
No, you cannot add it to that because that's not a title shot match that's been cashed in. That's a one of our regular ones. You can't add them to.
Or you can choose another title instead.
I think you should put Marshall Magnum in for a title shot. That is doable. Are you sure? What about Marshall Magnum?
He doesn't want to do it for his own
You're
wrestler.
going to be throwing away your pebbles because...
He's saying he'll throw away his pebbles if he puts Marshall in.
Damn it, Allie. All right. Does anybody have any other title shots to cash in? Who is the men's Canadian champion? That is Bobby, right? It's Bobby the Brain?
No, he lost
Bobby
it.
lost it. That's right.
I forgot who beat him.
SGWF. Allie is all over the count right now. Danny Valentine.
Oh, Stone versus Danny. Teammates. Both bringing in the hype crotch. Speaking of groins.
Yep.
Segway!
There's also other stuff that you could buy too. You could buy a 30-person Royal Rumble with like, I thousand or 500,000, something like that.
How many person?
30
person Royal Rumble?
The stuff should be down below the chat or down below the screen, and in Discord too. I have a whole bunch of stuff that you could buy. Anybody else want to buy title shots?
Oh, and they can also choose what order that the wrestlers get put in.
Sure. Oh, Manny's cashing in again, drunk again.
You're doing another title
Manny's
shot?
doing another one. Same match or throw Magnum into that?
It's going to be a three-way.
30 man is 300,000. Okay. I don't believe you can. So I think you can pick.
Who's
like we
first?
said, we can pick who's going to be in it, but not what order.
Oh, it's going to be random. Okay.
Stone and
there's also a heist too.
Marshall versus Danny, so that's Manny times 2. All right. Does anybody else want to cash in a title shot? I think Manny should have cashed in his 2 and put them both for Marshall. One for the Canadian, one for the big belt or something like that. Just,
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what he wanted.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Posing up title shots once I beat Allie in the count. There we go. 5. Wow, Manny has 0 pebbles, and he's like, I'm peacing out. 1.
Wow, that's all your
0.
pebbles.
Pedal shots. Okay, we're gonna do some words on stream.
Words.
I like create.
Not marbles today. It'll be tomorrow. Does it was like words.
I know,
Enjoy your lurk, Manny.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much, man. For the title shots and for being here. Hey, Dante, how are you? Carrie's walking away. I'm gonna start it soon. Not having the best night, but I've been lurking this whole time. No worries, I understand. That switching you to the TV for the main event action. I'm sorry, Manny. Words. Missing persons 80s alt. We have 5 matches to end off with. Hey, I made it out. Recto. I didn't even know. Oh, Tor was a word? Form a new one. Rectoplasm? Ugh. That would probably not be good. Rectoplasm. Fuck. Richter? I didn't even know her. A right-hand page of an open book, or the front of loose doc.
That's what Tor means?
Recto. Recto and verso. Or a unit of pressure used in measuring partial vacuums. Ooh, equal to 133.32 pascals. Oh, that's cool.
So scientific.
I'm gonna put the women's championship. No, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put it in the order that you guys cashed them in. Alright, so 1-on-1, cash in, no count out. Tour. Baker. Manny, are you still here? Because I don't think he is.
He went lurking.
I think I'm gonna, like, if he's still here, I wanted to ask him if he wanted it to be a triple threat, eliminations, or one fall. And I think usually we go to the one fall side of things. Just do so. One fall. Okay. Thank you, sir. Countouts anyways. Down.
No, you didn't miss your match yet, Dante.
Nope. It's coming up next. I'm gonna put Danny in his purple outfit. Look at that one. That is current.
Okay.
Okay, match is ready. I'm gonna go talk to a man about a little teeny tiny horse. I'll be right back. Gotta go potty.
Do I have to move?
Sit in this one.
No. Oh, the game's over. We didn't make it. I was thinking it's gonna be like one of those 2-word, like one word that's like comprised of 2 words. There is no Toasty in here. Otherwise he would be in the lead. Can I just hit restart? Yeah. Hi, Allie.
Red alert.
Red
Lead
alert.
Flames Games raided my stream with 4 viewers.
Hi, Lit.
Lit Flames Games, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. How are you? How was your stream? Lit is the owner of Ladies Extreme Wrestling Domain. UK19
Hello,
fan.
Raiders.
Give him a follow. Welcome, Tiger. Tigre. Hope you don't mind if I switch back and forth.
Do you want it to be pronounced like how it's spelled?
If you do want it to be pronounced that way, I will make
Then
a
we
note
will
of it and
start
do that.
calling you that way. And don't say whichever, because
Well, no, because if he says whichever, then it doesn't. Then it.
Any
then I
way
can
you
do
like.
anyway. Fine. Then it's good. It's good.
I'm gonna call you T, okay?
Just don't call him late for dinner. Right?
Or I'll just call him Tigger.
Tigger?
Yes.
So we do have our matches are ready to go, so we're gonna stop here. How high did you guys get?
We lost the first one. I don't know how far it was.
Who's late for dinner? I'll have their portion. Oh boy.
Unless the dinner is not good. Would you want to have a crappy dinner?
Were you talking to me? Hope you weren't talking to me. Talking in general. Thank gosh there's no math on stream. You know,
Let's go find one
that
now.
would be cool.
Yeah,
actually.
let's do one for math.
That would be pretty cool.
Thanks for
Who's
giving
late
us
for
the
dinner? You
idea.
know, we should
Dazul.
tell them, be like, hey, words on stream. Why don't you guys write like math on stream?
I'm sure that there is some
Cheech
sort
and
of
Chong
game
High?
with math.
Really good at math. Math is fun. All right, here we go. This is a Lurker Reward match of Dante Moon's Cowboy Kurt Steel Corral Invitational.
Yeehaw!
Here we go. To the ringside. Betting maximum bet is 1,000. Dante, we have an idea for your shout out.
Oh yeah, we just have to do it.
Here is Cowboy Kurt Cunningham, 3-3-4 in triple threats. He is owned by the Dante Moon. She was last playing Just Chatting. She will always forever be known as Borg 7 of 9. And she loves posting pictures of her food in her Nom Noms channel, and we might be using that. Dante. Maybe. Possibly. I also may be drunk again.
So how's the cider?
Yep.
And his opponent.
You don't look giddy at all.
From Swansea, Wales, weighing
I think I'm building up a tolerance. Here is Blob. 0-1 in triple threats. Never before been in one of these matches. He's owned by Fat Guy Murphy. Last playing Phasmophobia. Probably trying to scare the living crap out of Queenie, which would be funny as hell. But she don't like scary games at all. Like, at all.
Doesn't she play Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, but it's not a scary game.
Oh. You mean Phasmophobia?
Yeah, that's a scary game. I should go back and check out the ride of that. Oh. And now we get some dude.
And
this clown.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at
Here's Stone, 2, 7,
245
and
pounds.
10
Stone.
in triple threats.
Wow, you non-factor 10 times?
Do not, just do yourself a favor. Do not bet on Stone.
This is, I forgot it's 1,000. I only did
It
500.
is 1,000 is your maximum bet. Don't buy yours truly. I need to start streaming again, or at least do a one-off random game, so it's not just on Phas. Well, you can just change it yourself, but it used to. I thought it was a freeform text field at one point. I don't think it's like that now.
Look, you're
I
just
don't think it's
standing
been-
there.
Yeah, I'm just standing there. See? Do not bet
You
on
could have just
Stone.
climbed out
Nope.
in that time.
I'm not smart enough to climb out. Smart enough for that.
It's the blue cage.
Cowboy Kurt Steel Corral Invitational, as created by the Dante Moon, and she's keeping a list of everybody that she gets in here. Oh, there we go. Stone's
Blob's not gonna let you.
I'm just mentally
climb up.
dead. Do not want to deal with tomorrow. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Dante.
I completely understand. Got you. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get through it pretty quickly and have it be done. Oh, jeez. Well, Blob got thrown off, landed on Cowboy Kurt. Why is he going in for a pin?
Is it pin as well? And climbing out of the cage?
I guess so, yeah. It's pinfall, submission, or climbing out of the cage, yeah.
I mean, Cowboy could have just climbed up the cage now.
Maybe it's not. Maybe that's why Stone didn't try to go. Pinfall. Submission. Tapping.
And heisting.
Speaking of cage matches, I'm waiting for that match to happen.
What match?
Which match are you talking about?
Join the heist.
Do I owe you a match?
What are you talking about, the zoo?
Oh, God! Wow, Stone. Cowboy Kurt right into the walls. 42 hours awake. So far, as soon as I see Blob ends losing streak, I'm off to bed. Oh, man. Christian Cage versus Brian Cage versus Adam Page versus Ethan Page in a steel cage with a special guest referee, Diamond Dallas Page. Okay.
You forgot Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Nick Cage.
And Nicolas Cage is the guest
commentator. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Blob's going up again. Yeah. Nicolas Cage.
What about Luke Cage?
And special timekeeper Page. Bob is just standing dead on his feet. Like, what's going on here? Oh, man. Through Cowboy Kurt into... Oh, well, now he's cut. Now he's cut open. Oh, there we go. Blob's like, all right, enough of this crap.
I'm outie.
Let me see if I can figure out how to climb a cage. Oh, Stone's cut open. Okay.
And then?
And I'm like, hey, look at me. I'm Spider Stone. Look at me, I'm rock hard. Cowboy Kurt got right down in between my legs. Well, two of them are busted open. Blob is not. He's just like, oh, it's dinner time. We do have a heist going. Oh, Allie with two pebbles.
Oh, no. Allie.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Cowboy, and then Stone's face. Like, oh no, I'm getting out of here.
While you're busy doing that.
You're on your phone? I'm sorry, Allie. So much blood? I know. Who was the blood god in World of Warcraft? Was it Gahoon, right? Or something like that? Big maggot thing that we had to kill. That was a pain in the ass. Because people had, to actually do their jobs.
Uh-oh, scurvy dog.
Wow.
You put ketchup on steak.
Get the hell... Wow, you put ketchup on steak? What the hell is the matter with you? No, go after Blob. Blob's getting the hell out of here. No. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, Cowboy.
Okay, now.
Out.
Oh no, you're gonna let him go over.
What are you doing? Blob's like,
gonna be like too
I'm
late.
getting the hell out of here. Oh no. Well, at least Allie. Oh no.
No.
Blob.
Blob is gonna win.
Blob is gonna.
So Murphy can go to bed.
And there he is. Blob is your winner. Good job, Blob. That's fair. I'll take my 4 pebbles. Thank you very much. I can see your head. The losing streak ends. Oh my god, look at how bloody they are. I could have won it right there. But nope.
Here is your winner, Bob.
Emma
Well-
says nothing.
Well, Zords, thank you for the 100 bits. Too bad you broke Emma. Bob is your winner. Told you,
Emma
don't count
couldn't
on Stein.
announce the winner and also say. Well, actually, that's JoJo. JoJo's doing the announcement, right?
Correct. Okay, Murph, go
to bed.
man. I hope you get better soon, man. Because that's not going to feel so good. Now, Aleandris does not equal 3. That's basically what that is. Neither less than nor greater than 3. Well, so then, well, no, so Ali is both less than
Good
and
night,
greater than
Murphy.
3. So therefore, yeah, not equal to 3. Hills have kicked in now. Night night, dude. Have a good sleep. I hope it gets better soon, man. Ali's got skills, yo. This next match we might be here a while.
Uh-oh.
Just saying.
Uh-oh.
So, you know, if you need to get like if you need to go wax your legs or shave your face or something, you should probably go do that now. The poutine belt is on the line. Scurvy Dog defending against
Tag team partners.
Dr. Jake Hill, who won his way in, and Bobby the Brain, who lost the Canadian title, so therefore he's in the poutine belt match. It's a best 2 out of 3 falls table match. There is a 20-minute time limit. So, if they cannot defeat Scurvy in the 20-minute time limit, whoever's got the most points, I guess, in that time will win. And the poutine belt will be assigned to whoever. I don't know what the game's going to do, but we're going to let her go.
Well, the odds don't look good in Domina's favor.
Here we go. Betting is open. Maximum bet is 1,000. I'm going to do one shout out for Bobby, because he owns both wrestlers that are coming in first. Okay. That's I feel a little bit better.
Do you?
A little bit. Here is Dr. Jake Hill. He's your men's Hello Kitty champion. That's right, men's Hello Kitty champion. That title is not on the line.
Romania, weighing in at 275 pounds, he is the prestigious champion, Dr. Jake Hill.
He is owned by Big Bad Bobby D.
I'm smarter than you, and you haven't even figured it out yet.
Give him a follow. Right meow. He is Borg number 8. One of the smartest people in our room. That's Big Bad Bobby D. You know what I'm saying. He is also the owner of the next wrestler coming into the ring. It's just how it worked out. It's how she goes. How she goes. It's the ebb and flow. Double shout out. No double shout out. One shout out. Ask her.
Introducing
Double
the
shout out.
challenger.
Here is the Brain, Bobby Dunn.
Weighing in at 300.
Also owned by Big Bad Bobby D.
Done.
No, not gonna pop out.
Because you already did the one shutout.
I know, but it should have popped out though. No reason why it should not have popped out if it worked the first time. Yeah, it's broken. Good. Showing his
Bobby
visible
broke
level.
his own shutout. You see him, but you can't hear him.
Can't hear him at all. Well, he's broken. The Brain is the first time being in a triple threat tables 2 out of 3 falls match.
320 pounds, he is the Pure Pro Zone Champion, the Russian Gladiator.
Here is your Poutine belt holder and men's champion and universal champion. He is Scurvy Doganov. He's owned by Scurvy Dog. That one worked. Scurvy is 1-0. Best 2 out of 3 falls matches. The triple threat best 2 out of 3 falls matches. Tables is just an extra thing. He's owned by Scurvy Dog. That's playing Elite Dangerous and determining the best way to loot your booty. So unless you love your booty to be looted, you probably might want to sit down on it to make it a little bit harder for him to loot it.
Or he could just pick you up and throw you over his shoulder. Like a sack of potatoes.
Okay. Yes.
So you can't really run.
That's 2 out of 3 falls. Mo Booty.
Did you see if there are 2 tables?
Actually, I did not see. Did anyone see if there was a table down in the front?
I wasn't paying attention. We'll see if it pans down.
You know what? I'm
you
just...
Want to restart anyway?
Oh, there
no,
is.
there are tables.
Never mind. We're good. There was in the pre-shot, the wide shot pre-match. Okay. Yep.
Oh, put both tables in right off the bat. Except he didn't set it up. This feels like a handicap match.
Well, this is actually that's something, we've talked about this. I would like 2K19 to work on that for next time. Is when you've got tag team partners that are in the same match, they should be working together against the other person.
And then fight it out after.
Yeah. Unless you could put some code in there as well to be like, is this when the tag team breaks up? Because they can break up the tag team. That could be part of it too.
Everybody's just outside watching.
Yeah, he's just sitting there
just waiting until they fight it out.
Yeah, well, he's
being smart. Yeah, he is.
That's an AI sophistication that 2K would never care enough to do. I don't know. I think it might be a little bit too complicated. I don't think it would be that complicated because really all that you got to do is check, are these two in a tag team together? Done.
Now he's going to do chops.
Yeah. Oh, mercy. Rosa, how are you doing? It wouldn't be any worse than anything else that they've programmed, especially given how strong the hardware is these days. I kind of hope that they fix the tag team finishing moves. Would be cool if we could all have our own special moves for our teams. That would be great. Pretty neat. Hey, he's like, no, I don't want the table over there. I'm going to put it in this corner because this is the corner that I'm going to beat my tag team partner. Oh, wait, the table's not right there. Wow, Screwy Dog's coming into... Uh-oh. I think this might be
Thanks for setting
Dr.
it up over there.
here.
No, he's going to give him a chop.
Nope. Oh. Oh, nope. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here's one. Dr. Jake Hill has put Scurvy through. It's best 2 out of 3 falls. 1 point for Dr. Hill. I'm putting money on 98% of the fixes over the past 2.5 years are graphics based. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I did a lot of the freaking legwork on showing exactly when that tag team finisher bug happens. If it doesn't get fixed, I'm going to be super pissed. Because I spent a lot of time on that they didn't have to. Spent months on that damn thing. Doing test matches over and over and over again. Oh my god, it was crazy. Crazy like Chris Shepard. Pirate Radio. Oh wow, oh, okay. Dr. Jake Hill puts if Jake Hill puts Bobby the Brain through, he's won the poutine belt. He just needs to do it one more time. No leg tap ever? Oh. But Rosa, but tapping is fun. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Said it before, and I'll say it again. For all their faults, THQ cared infinitely more about the WWE games than 2K does. I don't know who THQ is. I don't think I played those games. Nope.
We're gonna get.
Go. Here we go. He's only got to get one more. It doesn't matter who it's on. Better be careful. Bobby the Brain better get on it. Okay, I was gonna say better. Oh, and
you're both there.
Right back when it was SVR, SmackDown versus Raw. I've heard of that game. Oh well, Bobby's busted open.
Now he will give him chops.
Big shot by Doganev. THQ published every WWE game from SmackDown in 1999 to WWE 13 in 2012. Wow.
He's just gonna keep chopping him.
It's possible. Oh, well, here we go. It's Putin bomb time.
But he's facing the wrong way.
Scurvy, what are you doing, man? Oh, wow, sling blade by Dr. Jake Hill. Take it. Oh, man. Jake Hill is like, all right, listen, I can smell the poutine. I'm hungry. I need it in my belly. Nom, 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 nom.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that was a mistake. Don't try to pick up Screw. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, Bobby's like, yeah, hey, look, I've got blood on my face. Scurvy's like dead, laying up against the table.
He's like, look.
You know what it looks like he's doing? He's like,
what?
Do whatever you want to me. See how his head is off to the side? He's like, do whatever.
He's just resting.
Okay, well, here we go.
Nope, chopping.
Now I can't unimagine it. It's true. Dazuli was like, go for it. Some of the blame can be placed on the increased workload due to advancing hardware. Games aren't just just aren't easy to make an updated. Correct. Oh, God. Well, speared him, but it didn't break the table. The meds kicked in. Bad timing.
Bobby's stuck.
Night.
Why? Why do you have to move it?
Insert smexy
Oh
jazzy
no,
music.
he's gonna set it up.
There's still a sense of apathy from 2K that makes me wish the license would go somewhere
That
else.
reminds me of Farscape, Gazoo.
Like at first, like I don't know enough about them, but considering that they delayed, or for one, considering that they
wrong direction
canceled
again.
21 and then delayed when 22 was coming out, I think they understand. I think they care more now. I can't speak to past times because I really don't know, but they're making the right decisions. I think they've made the correct decisions to at least delay. Hopefully put out a better game, but after 20, where everyone is like, oh, and you have been through more of theirs than I have, right? So I don't know all that stuff. I just see it from what I've seen now. I think that was supposed to be a table finisher, but it was glitched. Oh, really? Oh, here we go. Oh, no. So when Bobby was going to spear? Okay.
Oh, no.
No.
They're kind of...
Well, we
stupid
are at the
table
10
on an
minute
angle.
mark. We are at the 10-minute mark. So
and
the
Bobby's
time...
just gonna be like... he was gonna like... No.
What?
That's not a broken table.
What? Dr. Jake Hill is robbed of the poutine belt. Wow, that's a big body slam. Oh, no. He's not doing a body slam. He's going to hang him upside down. Oh, God. From the top rope. Double knees. Or stomp or whatever. I guarantee if it was EA, they would have released 2K21 and 2K22 would have been out by now. Probably. I mean, like, that's what we say about all of the big ones, right? Like they don't care, right? They just release it and people will buy it, right? 2K14 was essentially WWE 14 if THQ published it, but THQ went under. 2K15 was an embarrassing release with so much cut, it was basically a shell of the game. Okay. Bobby, big military press slam. Wow. Complete with an ultimate superstar loot pack mode. Oh man. Now the clock is on Scurvey's side here for sure. So 16 was a vast improvement. 17, 18, 19 were essentially the same game. Okay. Suplex him. Oh, Dr. Jake Hill's got his eye on the prize. Oh, jeez.
And his partner.
I think he's going in for the kill.
Bobby's on top of Doganev.
Clock may be on Doganev's side, but Wood is up Doganev's backside. Yeah. Yep. Right up in there. Splinters and all. Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh,
well, that did nothing.
Work. Is he going to put his tag team partner through to win it? Is he? Dr. Jake Hill is your new poutine belt champion holder. Ow. Okay, so Scurvey and the Brain No, Scurvey's got to go into the poutine qualifier next week. The Brain does not, because he didn't actually hold the poutine belt.
That's right.
Let me just make sure I got it here. Scurvey, Daganov.
Here is your winner and new Pure Pro Zone Champion, Dr. Jake
And it wasn't
Hill.
Jeffy, it's some other guy.
Oh, that sucks. It was Dr. Jake Hill. Congratulations, Dr. Jake Hill, on winning the poutine belt. He's got to defend it next week. And every week. Tables, tables, tables. 'Cause tables. Blame Carrie for that.
No, you could have stopped it.
Coulda.
But you thought it was a good idea, so you kept it.
Something different. Alright, we have the Men's Internet Championship. Eldrin the Butcher takes on the defending champ, Ruckus. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Maverick, my first wrestling game, or I should say modern wrestling game, because my first and only wrestling game from back in the day is the NES Pro Wrestling game. I didn't buy any other wrestling game. I played a couple out in the arcades, but that was it. I didn't have anything else. 2K19 is the first game I actually bought. Hey Voodoo, what's going on? How are you?
Hi Voodoo.
Bam! It worked! Look at that. Shadow works.
Automatic shout out.
Booyah! Give that guy a follow for sure. Booyah! Alright, here we go. Internet Championship on the line. Ruckus defending against Eldrin the Butcher. Here we go. Here we go. Your first wrestling game was on a Commodore 64. Damn. Boo, how are you doing, man?
Internet Championship.
Is for the Internet Championship. Worn out after a very busy day, but good. Well, sir, crack open a can of Mountain Dew.
I thought you were going to say whoop ass.
And we can cheers together.
Mountain Dew?
Next Mountain Dew.
Which one? The original one?
Here is Eldrin the Butcher, 36-13-0. First time ever taking on Ruckus. Fun fact, Eldrin the Butcher loves to smoke his meat. Like this. Likes to smoke his meat. Anytime you say it, you have to go like this. He loves to smoke his
With
meat.
the pinky out?
With the pinky out. He's owned by Wolfwork, who also loves to smoke his meat. They have so much in common.
They like going into the forest.
Well, I heard his butt is like the forest of Asgard. Do they smoke meat or butts? No, Dave just smokes butts. Wolfwork smokes meat.
And Dave also likes to check out his butt. His own butt.
Yep. Oh, whoops.
Oh no! Do you see this, Rosa?
Alright, this was not on purpose. This was my bad.
You
Here
forgot.
is Ruckus. He's 3-1-1 as a singles wrestler. First time taking on Eldrin the Butcher. He's your men's net champion. He's owned by G-Man, NYG-Man 70, the owner of the Renegade Wrestling Federation, and hopefully he will not be too angry at me. This was an accident to keep it. Rosa is number one, right? So.
Hi, Tiber.
Hey, Tiber, what's going on? Yeah. Is that make Dave a butthead, I will not comment on that. He's still wearing the costume. Yeah, that's my fault.
Introducing the challenger.
It's not a
From
costume.
Asgard,
It's a
weighing
promotion.
in at 245 pounds, Al Grim the Butcher.
Thought I changed everyone.
No, but that's part of his secondary outfit, right? No?
No, I would have picked first attire.
230 pounds, he is the Internet Champion, G.
I have it on my notes of things to do. Oh, Allie got back in there again, eh? Alright. Here we go.
I have so much work to do tomorrow. Because I'm working ahead for the whole week.
Sorry. Man.
Rose is just laughing.
Yeah.
Hey, G-Man, look! Look at your wrestler! It's becoming reality. The Dancing Federation.
So sorry. Dang it. Oh, for folks that don't subscribe to Peacock or WWE Network and all that stuff, so people like me, because I'm Canadian and I don't want to spend $35 a month for WWE Network up here. It's really stupid how they have it priced. On the WWE Network, Survivor Series, like the old ones, are all free. So, in case folks were looking to watch those again, they are free right now. I watched the 87 and the 88, and I started watching the 89, and it cut out on me right before the end of it. I got like another half hour left of it to go. Ooh. Even the Gobbledygooker debut? Yeah, it goes all the way to, I want to say all the way up to 94. I think 94, maybe 95. And then then there's a couple in the 90s, in the late 90s and early 2000s that that are locked, that you have to have an account for it or something. I think the Undertaker one isn't that 91 or no? I think it's 91, right? Where he beat the crap out of Hulk Hogan and Hulk. Oh, it was 1990. Okay, and that's the one where Hulk Hogan said that he landed his pile driver wrong, and the footage clearly showed that Hulk Hogan was full of crap. Hulk's head didn't even touch the chair, and yet he came out like, and like he was trying to throw him beneath the bus, right? F you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch the whole way up to 94. In 1990 was Taker's debut as part of the $1 Million Team. Okay. And that was the one where Ric Flair did slide the table or slide the chair underneath so that the 91 was the gravest challenge against Hulk Hogan. Okay. So was it the 91 one that Hogan lost to him? And Taker won the belt?
Join the heist.
There is a heist going if you would like to join. RKO.
He only has 5 more minutes.
Your memory is worse than mine, so maybe you are older than me. I am older than you. Just because you have a gray beard doesn't mean that you're older than me. I'm bald, dude. As soon as I met Carrie, it started to thin. So it was okay. It's starting to thin. And then when we had kids, the hair just fell out in clumps. I started to lose my hair. I shaved I had long hair, and at about 18 or so, 19, I shaved it. Like I shaved it how I usually shave it, where it's just like stubble. And it didn't start growing back the same way. It started growing in a little bit more thin. Hey, Mistress Mjolnir, how are you? Good morning. Good evening.
Hi, Mistress.
Hi, inspiring Alejandra. She is. Hi, fancy Manny. Manny is fancy. Nice try, kid. Memory doesn't constitute age. Psh. Eldrin the Butcher. Oh man, G-Man, I'm so sorry. Eldrin the Butcher is your new men's internet champion. I feel bad because G-Man shouldn't be wearing that.
Did you already put a note down to?
Oh yeah, I wrote it down to go double check and make sure. Well, Ruckus will be in the Battle Royal next week to see if he can get a rematch.
Here is your winner.
That's 2
yes,
titles.
He angry. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
Everyone was just laughing.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do it. I thought it was changed already. I'm sorry. Elder and the Butcher. GG.
You have a headache, Mistress?
I'm okay. I have a headache. Oh, I've been cuddling with Backhow all day.
Well, at least you'll be nice and warm.
Would you let me do that with you?
No.
No. Carrie would be like, get your ass to bed, leave me alone.
If you have a headache, go to bed. That's my solution.
Yep. Well, I'm glad Backhow is letting you cuddle.
It's the 18.
Yep, there it is. There's my 18.
Oh no, Manny, you lost all your pebbles.
Wow, Manny's got no more pebbles left?
Again.
Well, he should have some for viewing.
Because he did heist off or whatever he had left.
Cuddling is the best medicine for headaches. And face massages. Why do you have 0?
Because he bet it all, whatever pebbles he had.
Yeah, but he still should have had some.
Well, he wasn't like, oh, you have enough pebbles. But you can't do anything until tomorrow. What's with that face?
Thinking about stuff. That's my thinking face. I don't even know what that was. Now I want lemonade. What kind of lemonade? Anyways, here is a cash-in title shot by Zorts the Goblin.
Oh, you got your boba? Did you take a picture?
Yeah, where is the picture? Picture or pick screenshots or it's not true. Got into a fight with Allie over the rum. Don't we have something like that already? The heist fail list?
I don't know.
Okay, well I'll double check it and put it in there. Zor's pictures of liquid balls, please. Yeah. Let's see your liquid balls, Dazul. Let's see this duck's liquid balls. How many times can we say liquid balls on stream before we get canceled?
Who's gonna cancel us?
Everybody. Liquid balls. Okay. Dorsa Goblin cash in a title shot for Allure against the Baker for the women's championship. Whoa, what? Liquid balls. Oh, there's Zul's liquid balls. What's that stuff on the top?
Is that Lucky Charms up on the top?
Oh, it is. Oh, it is Lucky Charms.
Oh, I see. I was picturing that the boba, I mean the tapioca was gonna be like made out of Lucky Charms. It almost looks like a blizzard.
It does, yeah.
Like it looks really thick.
Radical foil, but this is how we do things here. Very immature.
You have the knack of coming into the room like Great One. And he's like, what
I'm
the?
like 500 and I'm going on like 12 or 13. Much older than Voodoo. It's official, actually.
Yeah.
All
You're
right,
way
here we
older.
go. Women's championship match. Cashed in by Zorts the Goblin. Oh, maximum bet is 2,000.
Good luck,
The
Zord.
following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Voodoo
And it's
is
for
a
the
lot
Women's
younger than I am.
Championship.
It's true. A lot. There is the challenger, Allure. She is 16-27-0. There she is walking slowly.
Oh, at least she's not
plodding
gonna bite
along.
you.
At least she won't try and bite my ass again. She is 0 for 3 against the women's champ. She is owned by Zorts the Goblin, the owner and operator of Main Event Wrestling. Now you gotta do it louder. Louder and stronger. Can you do it as if you're drunk?
Mew. I don't know.
Give him a follow. That was totally Zorts right there. Totally sounded like him too. I was thinking, wow, Zorts. Oh no, it's not Zorts. Stone is 37. Because Kyrie is married to a man 16 years for senior. What?
Wow.
What? Here is your women's champion, the Baker, 39-20-0, a perfect 3-0 against Allure. When she loses, she makes me sleep in the shed.
Yep.
That is true. And here's this wonderful shed that she makes me sleep in, right there. Bam. It's a shed. It's a shed. She was last playing Words on Stream.
That's right.
Lucky Charms. Oh man, who am I gonna bet for?
So
All
the
the
Lucky
titles have
Charms,
changed hands.
Is it just the marshmallows, or did they put the other part of the cereal in there
From
too?
England,
Because it looks like it's mostly marshmallows. And maybe a little bit of the
No,
cereal.
right here is the cereal part. See that?
So they must be putting in like 10% cereal and the rest are marshmallows.
Like marshmallow. Yeah, there's a lot of marshmallow, but I do see some of, yeah.
I wonder if you could request no cereal. I just want the marshmallows.
So now you saw Dave's McRib. Yeah, I saw that too. That looks messy as hell, man.
It does.
But it looks good.
And it has a ton of onions in there. Did you add that in afterwards?
It's probably like, give me all the onions.
Because it's not chopped up.
All right, here we go. Women's Championship on the line. Baker defending. Has Allure ever had any other title shots, like big belt?
Internet.
Internet. I'm talking about like this belt. I had a chance.
Universal?
Wow.
She's held the big belt before, right?
The Women's Championship?
I think so. Am I wrong?
I don't think so. Women's Championship? Let's see. Oh, she did.
See?
May 18th to July 6th. Well, and defended it twice. Dang old poop. And she held it for 49 days. No, they pile the onions on them. Okay. Had my one McRib for the year on Friday.
What do you mean for the year? It's one time
is the
enough?
Antichrist of fast food, and yes, I crave one from time to time. I heard it was really good.
So is it like the sauce that makes it good? Or is it because there's no bone in the rib?
Yeah, they only come out once in a while. They have other cereal drinks. Dazul, did you actually go there and get it, or did you do like an Uber
No,
Eats
I
kind
think
of
he
deal?
went there.
It's only out for a month or so. They are not good by any stretch of the imagination.
Are you talking about the McRib?
Yeah. We got it delivered. Attaboy. Okay. I don't know why that's a good thing, but attaboy. I don't know. I don't know if we have the McRib up here.
No, we don't.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever had it.
But it's just a weird craving. Okay. I see. Okay, one count. Now, Voodoo said I was really young. I was a young pup.
Yeah, he did.
And to that, I say, Voodoo, no. You're wrong. No, I'm not a young pup. You are younger than I am. Respect your elders, Voodoo. Respect your elders. Hooked on the new Cantina Melt tacos from Taco Bell. Ordered them 3 times last week. The black bean, potato, and rice is your favorite. Oh, nice. I'm not a black bean fan.
You don't like beans, period.
Well, the only kind of beans I like are wieners and beans.
Only in that method.
That's it. And it's just beans with tomato sauce, Heinz. I don't like refried beans. I don't like beans with molasses. Nope. Just beans and tomato sauce and chop up and fry up the hot dogs. That's it.
Such a simple meal. I think it's pretty filling.
Oh, it is very filling. Came within a whisper of adding Lady Red to this match. Ooh, but she had some important meetings with Comrade Putin. I see.
I mean, if Lady Red was put in there, then it'd be kind of like an OG wrestler type of match.
Well, they would all be
Yeah.
old wrestlers, huh? Shells don't get all soggy after 5 minutes like normal shells. These are white corn shells. Okay. Oh, there's a chair in there. Oh, I wonder
I
how
guess
that
that's
got
from
in there.
Kay because it's closest to her.
Yeah, oh, of course you're gonna say it's Kay.
How could
But
Maddie Hunter
maybe
just
it was
slide it
Maddie
all the way
Hunter.
there?
She just threw it over and it. Oh God. Uh-oh. Allure.
I haven't seen this in a
Holy
long
crap.
time.
She is going coast to coast. She's gonna die. Don't do it. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Nailed that. Poor kid. The baker right in the head. Carrie's gonna like get the hell out of here.
In the shed you go.
Oh, and that did it. Allure is your new women's champion.
You know it's the shed
I am
time.
in the shed tonight.
Yep.
Congratulations. All the titles that have been on the line tonight have changed hands.
I was thinking about adding a stip to that, but I didn't.
That was coast to coast. I mean, it paid off, I guess, right?
It did.
All right, so Baker's gotta be okay. How the hell are we gonna deal with that? I'll figure it out. Let's put Baker's rematch for the #1. It's not an outright rematch, but we'll have to figure out something. Especially because Survivor Series is coming up. It might be that she might take a captain's spot away. I'm not sure yet. So I did post up our rules. I didn't say anything about the people that got the rematch clause or beat bosses. So I'm gonna have to figure out something that's fair so that so she's not just gonna get a rematch. It's just more she's got to fight her way in. But I gotta figure out how she's gonna place into the Survivor Series captaincy stuff. Will probably be you're gonna be on one team for sure, and then you'll have to win that way in, and then you'll have to become a captain and pick a team if you can win that, and then you'll have to win that to get your.
Well, you better figure it out
rematch.
soon.
November 17th. That's when I'm setting those matches.
That's in less than 2 weeks.
Yep. A week from Wednesday. Allure. Meow. Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. We are at that time. Though, despite the rough start and having to restart, we actually did pretty good. Have one more match to go. A triple threat cashed in title shot for the Canadian Championship. Manny cashed in 2 title shots for myself and Marshall Magnum to take on the new Canadian champion, Danny Valentine. As we always do here, we do a giveaway after every stream. Say thank you for sharing your time with us. If you are not a sub, you can get a sub. 1 sub, we will gift it to you and 5,000 pebbles, so you can have some pebbles to play with. And if you'd like a wrestler, that's an easy way to get in because you don't even have to pay for it. It's gifted to you. There are many ways to get a wrestler here. The easiest and fastest is, yes, the tier 1, but the other is to earn 50,000 pebbles and cash that in, not getting it gifted to you. not the Pebbles, or just hang out for about a month or two and get to know us a little bit. You don't have to chat to earn the lurker reward points. We respect that you just want to hang out and not chat. That's completely fine. You will have to, though, check your time in chat and enter those in, and at which point I will say a simple, hey, how's it going? And that's it. You do not have to reply. So there's no obligation to chat if you don't want to. Yeah, we will be... Are you looking at...
I am.
Here we go. Canadian Championship on the line. Where's the betting? There's the betting. Here we go. Let's get down to ringside. Let's get her done. Because I am still boiling hot. Maximum bet is 2,000. No multi-betting. Correct. Still hot. Still hot.
You still have a 2-7-10 record.
Yeah, because I didn't put the stats in.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Here's Stone.
2-7-11.
7 and 11.
Yeah.
In triple threats. Never before taken on Marshall Magnum or Danny Valentine, his tag team partner. Favorite sodas are Cherry, Coke, and Brio. That is true. He's owned by yours truly. And he's a crap bot.
Burners would be in there too.
Maybe not favorite.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't go out of my way to go buy it. Like if I saw it, I'd be like, yeah. But Cherry Coke?
But there's none in Canada, so... Oh, Manny.
Hey, oh.
What?
Oh, too late. I was gonna give him some pebbles.
From London, England, weighing in at
There is true. Nope.
pounds,
Not true.
the man of 1,000 holds, Marvelous Marshall Magnum.
Here is Triple M, Marvelous Marshall Magnum, 1-3-1 in triple threats. He's owned by True Villain Manny. He has spent his last pebble on this match, and I am going to give him from my own personal stash. I'm not like giving him extra points or anything. This is like from my own stash. Let's give him 25,000. Boom. There you go. Gives him a little something. Pebbles. See? That was over 100,000 for sure. Bam. 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 I mean, he cashed in a title shot for me. That was 100,000, and I'm only giving him 25. Yikes. He's sitting back there like, what the hell, son? Is this what
bad return on investment?
Yeah. That's a loss. That's a loss, Manny. That'll warn ya. Don't gift me title shots. It's a waste of your pebbles. Oh boy. Here's your men's Canadian champion, Danny Valentine, aka the Tornado. He is 0-1-4 in triple threats. He don't do well in these. He is owned by Viconiki, last playing Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, and also usually spams Long Woo or Long What when he gets in here. That's how we know that he's arrived. Oh.
Yeah.
What? Doing that for tomorrow?
It has to be for tomorrow.
What are you cashing in for? Sounds like a good excuse for a pipe to the head backstage. Wow, I know a guy. Dogana shall challenge the winner of this match for the Canadian title tomorrow. Ooh. And Canada, Scurvy versus
Canadian champ.
Okay, I got it down. I'm still gonna bet on myself because I like losing my pebbles. Why didn't it show up? Being slow. It being so slow. I don't know. It's a Canadian title. It is one fall to a finish. The champ doesn't have to be pinned. Fall to a finish. Canadian title starting to get hotter than the Hello Kitty title. I know, maybe. Well, Scurvy, if Scurvy gets it, then he just needs the net title, then he'll have the titles of everything. Champion of all reality. Oh boy. I can't watch this match because I feel like you know what's gonna happen. No. What? No. Wow.
That's what you gave to me to make me go over 1 million.
What the heck? I'll just leave this here. 5-1 Kings, 2 minutes left. Freaking Leafs.
Even after doing that, I'm still ranked.
You're still over 1 million. You should cash in for GM.
No, I'm not cashing for GM again.
You should cash in for GM. Were you about to type something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I got disconnected, so I had to like go back in.
Oh yeah!
You're already spending it. What are you gonna do?
Well, let me think about it. Let me think about it. $4D chess intensifies. Now, yeah.
What?
Take a drink here.
And remember, we still have the main event on Friday.
We do have the main event on Friday. We do. We do. I'm not sure if I want to augment his match or just make a different one. Like I initially cashed it in thinking one thing, but now I'm thinking of something else.
You want to stir the pot?
Maybe stirring the pot a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. So Scurvey's got the Canadian title shot tomorrow. Wow! Well,
wow,
Danny Valentine retains the title.
You're a non-factor again.
Again, because I'm terrible.
So that's 12? for you as being a non-factor.
So that's gonna be Danny
that
Valentine.
was fast. I guess that's Danny, right?
Danny's quick. He's like pew pew, and she's always like, "What? That was fast." What I expected, but I was hoping Stone might get the pin. Nah. All right, my title shot.
Here is your winner and still Northern Champion, the Tornado, Danny Valentine.
Well, I was gonna go one way, but I did make a statement, so I think I should follow that statement. But I kind of feel like I want to see somebody as the Universal Champ or the champion of everything. Just because, it'd be funny as hell. And in kayfabe, it would piss off a whole lot of people. It'd be great.
Okay.
In kayfabe.
So not the real owners.
No. People won't get pissed off at this.
Because we're not serious here.
Alright. I'm gonna cash... You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna cash in a title shot for tomorrow for the net champion. Scurvey will go up against Elder the Butcher for the net title. Nobody bet for Danny.
Well, his stat wasn't too good.
Alright. So tomorrow, Scurvey, unless somebody else cashes in title shots to augment it, blah, 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 blah. You know, possible Scurvey could get the champion of everything tomorrow night. Our next stream will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. For those cashed in title shots, I might change the order of them in terms of where they happen. So they may not be necessary at the end of the show because we've already cashed them in now. So we can plan for it accordingly. Like, for instance, mine, the net title is not as big of a title as the Canadian title is, right? So I would put the Canadian title last if I had the choice, right? So we're just gonna check injuries, see if anyone's hurt or recovered. Dinner, sweet and sour pork plus egg drop soup. If I get lucky, I'll Discord you.
Are you gonna take a picture of this dinner and post it in Nom
lucky.
Noms?
I do mean.
Have a nice dinner. Good night.
Alright, Scurvy Dog, enjoy dinner. Where is 2K19?
Your family would mock you if you took a picture?
Oh, wow.
Can you discreetly take a picture? Like, why are they hanging around your plate?
What the hell is 2K? Okay. Nightmare Blackwell has recovered.
Okay.
Dr. Jake won the Poutine belt, Elder and the Butcher won the internet title, and Allure won the women's title. That's it.
Okay. So no new injuries.
Jeffy and...
Wow, you remembered.
Did. Jeffy 2, can you read out the names?
Dante.
Okay.
Adams. Scurvy. Twin Screw.
No, you're going too fast.
What? I thought I was going slow.
No, twin screw.
That's the last one.
Oh, that's it? Okay,
Yeah.
so 4. Okay, good.
And they all happened in like the first tag team match.
So as a reminder, we'll be here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern for Paragons. A couple title shots already cashed in. Giving a haircut. Oh boy.
Daisel Ebb cheered for 2 bits. Duck.
Thank you for the 2 bits, Dizzle. Duck. That's the real reason I did 2 pebbles? Oh, really?
They're streaming the actual
show. Oh, that's not good. That's a hard. There's no way. Your finger didn't slip or anything. Nope. Yeah, sure. Sure. I totally don't believe you.
Why do you have slippery fingers, Allie?
Ooh, wow. That's kind of forward.
She appreciates that.
Gonna go
You took a picture? Oh, he did. Looks yummy.
It does look good.
I want to have some now.
Have a good night. All right. Caponis, thank you for the host. Dazul, thank you for the host. And Maverick, thank you for Adams, thank you for resubbing, dude. I appreciate it. 16 months is a long time. Sorry. Zorts the Goblin, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey, Ondog, what's going on, man?
Ondog, you're super late.
I am.
Yes, we are on our way.
We're going to do our draw very soon. Masters Gaming, thank you for the raid. We haven't done our draw, though. So, Masters Gaming, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Lit Flames Games, thank you for the raid as well. Zorts the Goblin, thank you for the 100 bits. And Dazul, thank you for the 2 bits. Ondog, I'm going to get you your stats from your previous stream, but I won't be recording tonight. Not recording anyone's tonight. I think maybe even tomorrow, so that you guys know. I'm just looking for you know what, between okay, I know who we're gonna raid.
Okay.
Leaf, Stone, raid, Rachel. Choice. You're the best. You guys can come along with me. Hey, Lord Ravenloft, what's going on? How are you doing? If you want to come along and do a raid with me, we're going to be raiding Phantom Dragon. He's playing D&D right now. We're going to do the draw first before we leave. Our next stream will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m., barring any lag or stream issues. We won't have that. And Friday night's main event will be happening this Friday.
That's
you guys made it happen, so it's going to be going on. So Jeffy N did happen. Thank you for reminding me again. No worries. Anybody who's there in the chat, there's be 4 title shots given away, and the Hello Kitty titles are on the line. You got to be there in the chat or have somebody in the chat suggest your name, your wrestler's name. You only get one person to go in, and you got to be pretty quick. I do give you guys warnings, but it seems like I think there's a couple of times we had like 9 or 10, and it's like, oh, so you got to be pretty quick with it. Okay, we're gonna do the draw. If Carrie wins, we're gonna draw again. You can top up your points. Again, if you want to join, you can, and you can't afford a sub, don't worry. Is because if you win this, then you get a gifted sub, and you're in. Easy peasy. And if you still don't win this, you can still accrue 50,000 pebbles and turn that in. Be good. Well, there's ways to do it without having to pay money, okay? So don't worry about that. 5, 4, 3. I saw you blinking. 2, 1, 0. Damn! Exactly. All right. Okay. Aleandris. Did Bob get scared?
Yeah. We didn't even move, though.
He like, pew! Aleandris.
You know what you want?
OMG. Oh my goodness. The Teacher versus Lady Red.
Ooh.
Wow. You want that tomorrow? You want that tomorrow? I can make it happen for tomorrow. Okay. Yep, it'll be tomorrow. Okay. We're going to head on out and raid Phantom Dragon. He does have an E-Fed as well. Draconic Kingdom Wrestling. But he's playing D&D right now. He's a good friend of ours. The raid message... This. Peace out. Thank you for dealing with my crap, and thanks for bringing me out of it a bit. I appreciate it. I was not in a good mood. And then
good
with
job,
the stream problems happened, it just drags me down. Anyways, peace
Brought
outside.
him out of it.
Be good, be safe, and hopefully see you later. And
well, I get to bring in the show.
Hug. Oh yeah, Kira's gonna bring us in. So
although I did bring it in today too, and I didn't yell.
Rip your earbuds. Peace.